Alright. It's Thursday night. Bike night. Let's go meet up. Go to the meetup, get a slice of pizza. Man, it looks dark out here. This camera's always so dark at night, man. I usually don't film at night. Alright, we're gonna go over there and see what's going down. What's going on, brother? Right by the house, not far. What's up, party peeps? It's a Friday after work. See what we can get going on this weekend. On Sunday, I had traded the FC1 for that RMZ 250, and the clutch cable broke as soon as I went to move it. Ordered a new one. Hopefully we'll get it this weekend, but I had posted this R6 back for sale. I've put a couple 100 miles on it. It runs good and everything. Just has a little bit of cosmetic damage. But other than that, it's a really good running bike. So I just put it up there for shits and giggles to see what kind of action it gets. But these R6s, like a Ninja 650 or the Z650, the 2-cylinder 650s, you know, they're not the same. It's not a, it's a 600, but it's not a 600. these YZF, you know, any 4-cylinder 600, it's a huge difference when it's the 4-cylinder. But anyways, I posted this up there. Not crazy expensive, but a decent price. Just, and somebody's coming to look at it. I'm gonna go meet him at the park across the street, so I'm not racing up and down my block, pissing off the neighbors, you know, to do a test drive. But yeah, we'll see what happens with this thing. Hopefully this guy takes it. It's a good bike. It really is. I'm not gonna drop the price too much on it. I'll ride this thing for a while before I sell it for less. But it's a good looking bike, so we'll see what happens with it. Hopefully this guy takes it. I mean, I like this bike, but I got all this stuff to ride, and I'd rather get a new project. If you keep them all, you're not making any money, you know. So let's see what happens. Oh dang, guys! I had this YZF-R6 sold, and then at the last minute, the guy backed out of it. So I had met him across the street at the park, so I can bang it through the gears and show him everything works. I don't let anybody test drive anything until they paid me. After they pay me, they can test drive it. So anyway, the guy was checking it out. He liked it, so he followed me back to the house to get the title, and I was gonna give him a set of stands also, and whatever extra parts I had with the bike. And then I've never registered this bike, so the title's still in the previous owner's name. But it's a clean title. The previous owner signed it where he's supposed to, and then the buyer's slot is left open. I do this all the time when I buy bikes. But this guy, I always put on my ads too, like, especially these street bikes, like a real street bike. I always put not for beginners. I do not recommend this for a first bike. So this banana shows up. And he says, oh yeah, I had a bike. Oh, what'd you ride before? Oh, I had an e-bike that does 60 miles an hour. Like, dude, this isn't no e-bike. You know, an e-bike does not qualify as experience. Like, does the thing even have a clutch or anything? You know, like, people are so ridiculous. Everybody thinks they need a 600 or 1,000 for their first bike. They don't even know how to ride. They're just gonna get themselves hurt. Last year, I sold a bike to a kid, and I really was hesitant about selling it to him. When he came to buy it, I can just tell that he was new. So I had a bunch of dirt bikes for sale too. So I had a TTR 125. I sold it to him cheap, like 600 bucks. I was like, dude, ride this thing around for a couple weeks, and I'll come back. And if you can ride this around, going through all the gears, you know, not stolen, nothing, where I can tell like you actually know what you're doing, I'll sell you the bike. And then I sold him a Ninja 650, you know, a 2016 Ninja 650, a 2-cylinder. You know, like they're fast, but they're a scooter, you know, they're not a real street bike. They go fast enough that you can get yourself in trouble, but anyways, the kid was young. I sell him the street bike, and then apparently a month later, he either traded that in or sold it, and someone at the dealership sold him a brand new 2024 636. And then, like, he didn't even have it a week. I'm reading the news one morning, and the kid died on the highway it wasn't the bike I sold him, thank God, but man, I still think about that. Like, I don't want anybody getting hurt. I mean, I do this as a hobby to make some extra money, but the money ain't worth putting anybody's life in danger. But these people, when they have money, they're gonna, if you don't sell it to them, they're gonna go to someone else and sell the bike. You know, they're gonna sell them a bike. The one thing I can say, you know, I do buy and sell bikes, but I ride every one of them. Like this R6, I put at least, I don't know, I probably put close to 1,000 miles on this thing already. I've been riding it a lot. I make sure everything is fine, and I'll tell you everything wrong with it. I don't try to hide anything. I buy so many bikes, I believe in karma. So, like for instance, this bike, everything was all good. He was counting out money, and then with the title, you know, he asked, oh, this is you on the title? And I could have said, yeah, that's me, and then the deal would have been fine. He would have went right through, he would have bought it, but I'm honest, you know. I said, no, that's not me, it's the previous owner. But anybody that, I've been through, I think over 100 bikes in the last 5 years. On a brand new bike, yeah, they might look at that a little bit more. But on an 04, you know, a 20-year-old bike, your bill of sale can be chicken scratch on a napkin. They don't care, you know, that there's no money owed on it, nothing like that. But whatever, the guy wasn't comfortable. I said, if you're not comfortable, don't buy it. I don't care. Someone else will buy it, or I'll keep riding it. But I had it for a good price, honestly. Everyone charges top dollar and they sell some sketchy bikes. Like, I look at a lot of bikes and it's amazing what people will sell. Oh, ready to ride, you know, and it's like a death trap. Like, some people are just scary. They don't, I would never do, I don't want anybody getting hurt that I sell a bike to. Like, everything's always mechanically sound. The only thing wrong on this R6, you got a crack in the fairing there, some scratches there, and then some just little cosmetic stuff. But mechanical, everything is 100%. You know, down on some roads in Mexico, I've had this thing up to 160. This thing is solid, you know. Even this KTM Super Duke, I've put a lot of miles on this too. This is a solid bike. This is a great bike. Like, anyone that buys a bike from me always gets a good bike. I don't charge top dollar. I always just sell it a little bit less than everybody else. And I definitely fix more on the bikes than anybody else, I feel like. I fix everything. I don't want anything wrong with it. When I sell it, I don't want them, what about this or that? No, everything's good. Like, this thing, when I say ready to ride, it's ready to ride. But someone else will take it. I've been having fun riding it anyway. I just put it up there for shits and giggles. And it was just up there. I put it up there last night and almost had it sold today. But like I said, if I would have just said, yeah, I'm so-and-so, that was on the title, the guy would have took it. But I'm honest. What could I do? That's why I'm not rich, because I'm honest. But we'll see what happens. Just another project, another thing, another day. We'll get something else more exciting going. That's it for now. What's up, gang? We're out here in the garage again. Sunday afternoon. We'll do the final weekend update. I didn't buy anything new this weekend, but we got rid of some stuff. I'm really trying to sell some stuff. I don't have any room. I could use some more money to buy some other stuff. It's just been hot, and I've been buying stuff and fixing it and haven't really posted anything. So the last couple of days I started posting all this stuff again. And today's Sunday. Yesterday afternoon, I sold the TTR50. So now all I have is the TTR 110 left. And then I went to take this out last night. Just everything's been sitting, so I've been going through everything and draining carburetors and charging batteries, making sure everything's good. The new battery on this thing was dead already, and it won't take a charge, which is baloney. But yeah, so we sold the TTR50. I finally got rid of something. I sold that, and I sold the extra header I had for the KX100. Is that it? Yeah, and then the guy that came to look at this YZF, you know, the guy that his riding experience is an electric bicycle. That ain't gonna cut it. Yeah, we took this out. We went for an early morning ride. Was out there at 6:30. This Husqvarna is bad to the bone. I love this bike. And then when I got home for lunch, since this thing was finally off the trailer now and I can get it out, we took the 701 for a ride to get all the blood flowing in this thing again. But yeah, I'm really trying to sell some of this stuff. I need to get rid of some stuff. If anybody's in the Las Vegas area and they're looking to buy anything, you know, anything you see on this YouTube channel is for sale, even this car. 383 stroker, converted to 6-speed, posi rear, stringed axles, still has AC, nice interior, nice exterior. This car is really in good shape. Runs and drives, registered and insured. What else do we got going on? Oh, I saw something really funny in the desert. I'll put that up there too. And I'll put up a picture of the TTR50 for anyone that doesn't remember. But yeah, I've been cleaning up in here, getting some stuff done. I'm trying to sell that 2008 R1 that I got, where I got the motor to start and it shot oil everywhere. I'm trying to just get a couple $100 on that, get rid of that. I don't know, I was just bored when I got that thing. I just got too much stuff, but my truck's been giving me problems, and I want to sell all these bikes and start looking for a 68 to 72 C10. All these new trucks I've been looking at, they're so expensive and they're all crap. They all keep getting recalls. I think I'm going to find me a resto mod. I think it'll be a good investment. What do you guys think? I think it's a no-brainer. But yeah, the only other thing I'm going to mess with this weekend on the bikes is I got that Suzuki RMZ 250 out back. I'm going to change the oil on that. The oil, the filter, and then tomorrow the new clutch cable shows up, and then we'll take that for a test ride. But I think that's it for the weekend update. I think that's all we got. Brap, brap, brap. Have a good weekend.